Do you think we as a society will reach a stage where humans and AI will be indistinguishable from each other?
If you can imagine it, it's possible. What we saw in movies about a decade back is reality today. Whether it be spaceships, whether it be artificial intelligence making complex decisions, whether it be cars that to some extent drive itself. So the answer is yes, but the bigger question is, when will that actually happen? And when that happens, will we be able to distinguish that? I believe distinguishing it is not a huge issue. There are ways one can do it. Alan Turing in 1930s in his famous paper, The Imitation Machines, proposed something similar. The issue would be whether we want a system that's totally human-like. And do we want to be in a situation where we cannot distinguish it from one another? And I believe we do want to do that. We do want to distinguish that. Now the question is, how do we actually, how will we have the capabilities to first make us a system? The answer is yes. Will we have the capabilities to distinguish us? That's a harder way, because our human brain is evolving. It's still a neural network. It's a pretty powerful 20-watt supercomputer with neurons and billions and billions of those. And that could definitely be replicated in an artificial machine or in a robot powered by artificial intelligence or deep learning. And at that time, I believe we may reach a state where these systems will be much, much better than who we are, how we think. The question mark still is, can you have consciousness, common sense in these systems? And that's still a big question mark. And based on that, we may be able to distinguish it, or we may not, because these fields are still not well defined. And currently, the state-of-art systems are not really based on what I call supervised, unsupervised, or self-supervised learning. They're based on supervised learning. So we don't have a lot of examples to answer that. But based on common sense, the answer is yes. And I believe you won't be able to distinguish them.